Hello, a yoga class for upper body. Come into a comfortable seat. I want you to sit on hero pose instead of sitting on crossing legs or one leg in front of the other. Have a block. Place the block between your feet or a cushion or a blanket, whatever works for you. So take a moment just to arrive in your body. This is a good practice to do probably more in the morning because it's energizing practice. So find your spine long in here, resting the hands on your lap. Relax the shoulders. Let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down a few times. And drop it down. And draw your lower abdomen back towards the spine. So your tailbone is more like tucking in a little bit, and your spine is long, your lower back is long. Just noticing you're sitting in here, close your eyes for a moment and become aware of your breath. Breath coming in through the nostril, out through the nostril. And you keep your lower abdomen engaged, protecting your lumbar spine. Staying here, I'm just checking to see if the sound is working. All right, now bring your right hand down and take your left arm up. Leaning to the right side, allow your right elbow to bend and stretch your left arm all the way. Keep pressing the left foot, top of your foot down, and left sits bones down on the block. So now draw your armpit towards your face. This is the movement. Turn the armpit towards your face and keep the side stretch. Take one more breath in here. Press your right hand down and come up. And let's do the other side. Left fingertips down or even the hand down, whatever works best for you. Right arm up, leaning to the left side, pressing the right foot on the mat, right sits bones on your block, and stretch the right side of the body. And then turn your right armpit towards your face and keep the stretch. Soften your left arm and shoulder. And keep the abdominal in, engage. A couple more breaths. And come back. Release your arms down. So the next movement in here, still sitting back on the block, we take the inhalation with the arms back. I want you to keep engaged your abdominals here, protecting your lumbar spine. Stretch your arms, elbows back, lift the chest and look up to the ceiling. On the exhalation, for lion breath, you're taking your tongue out, the tip of your tongue down towards the chin, and stretching the arms forward and let your back round. And remember to keep that engagement with the lower abdominals. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale. Big breath out. Inhale. Two more. Last one. Come back, sit tall again. Relax the abdomen. Close your eyes for a moment. All right. Now, release your block and come into your kneeling pose. So we're bringing the hands back to the sacrum. Actually, let's do a little bit different. Bring your hands on the gluteus areas. I want you to deeply engage your abdominals here. Hands on the back, keep the engagement. This posture is called like bamboo. So what we'll do is hands on the gluteus, draw your elbows in, lift your chest, abdominal is engaged, and you just lean back. So what we do here, other than stretch and open the upper body, it's a nice stretch on the quads area. Remember, the abdominals are engaged, and you just lean back, opening the chest, and look up. 3 breaths in here. Take one more breath. And come forward. And release. So if you did not feel much on your thighs, repeat this exercise. Hands on the gluteus, contract the abdominals, leaning back, opening the chest. So we're opening the chest and stretching the quads. Great movement for the quads too. And then release when you're ready. Now, coming to forearm plank pose. Let's take one leg back, engage with the abdominals here. And then when you're ready, take the other knee off the mat. And pressing the toes on the mat, engage your abdominals and make sure that your buttocks is not up. The body is like a long line. Couple of breaths in here. Strong abdominal. Keep pressing the toes on the mat. Lift your thighs and your tailbone is pressing down. And bring your knees slowly down on your mat and relax all the way. Bring your elbows forward a little bit. Contract your abdominals, pressing the pubic bone down on your mat. Keep the contraction on the abdominal area. So relax your neck, relax your face, and facing forward, release your jaw. And notice your legs, stretching the legs back, relax the pelvis, keep the contraction, couple of breaths in here. So we're opening the heart center as well. The heart moves forward. Stay with the contraction to protect your lumbar spine and breathe. Go ahead and release all the way down. Elbows out, forehead comes down, and bring the hands under the shoulders. Press your hands down. Come into your hands and knees and bring your legs apart. You're creating space for the belly in here. So legs apart, big toes touching behind. Inhalation, take your arms up to the ceiling. On the exhalation, the arms goes back to the sacrum, hips back to the heels, forehead down on your mat. And relax here. Relax the pelvis back. And then inhale and rise, reaching up with arms. And then exhale, fold. And if your forehead is not touching the ground, use your block or use something to support your head. So you have to relax all the way down before you come up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Couple more, just following your breath. And take a moment and here in child's pose, relax. Bring your arms beside your body. And inhalation, come up again, hands and knees. And walk with the hands forward in front of the shoulders. Contract your abdominals deep, very strongly, contract them. And then inhalation, come forward, dropping your belly, keep that contraction. Open the chest, heart center, look up. Exhale, stretch it back. Keep your arms fully extended, bring your hips back towards the heels. Inhale forward. Keep the contraction on the lower abdominals and then exhale back. Inhale forward. We're dropping the pelvis, open the chest, looking up. Exhale back. Make one more in here. Inhalation forward. Lift. Exhalation back. Come into your hands and knees. Shoulders on top of the wrist. Hips on top of the knees. So just move your pelvis side to side for a moment. And let's do downward facing dog in here. So spread your fingers on your mat first. Press the tip of your fingers on your mat, the knuckles of your fingers down, curling the toes. So let's do a little bit different. Before we move all the way to the dog, I want you to inhale, contracting the abdominals. Take your knees off the mat, lift your chest, look up. And then exhale, move into your downward dog. Come back again, bend the knees. But the knees are not touching the ground. Open the chest, lift, and exhale, downward facing dog. So it's like doing cat and cow. So you bend the knees, lift the chest, arching the spine, and exhale, you find your downward facing dog. And then adjust for your dog. Draw your armpits towards your face, hips up, back, ears beside your upper arms. Look down. And engage your abdominals in here too. Draw the navel back towards the spine. Bend the knees if needed. 3 more breaths. Now look at your hands and very mindful of your walk. Bring your feet to your hands. Feeling each step. Bring your feet behind the wrist, then bring your feet wide as your hip is. And bend the knees a lot and bringing the torso to rest on top of your thighs. Now, holding to the opposite elbows, drop the head, move the arms behind the head, and breathe in here. Sway side to side, or just stay still. And then release the arms. Keep your knees bending. Keep your torso resting on top of your thighs. Bend more of your knees and lift the chest. Take your arms in front of you. Deepen your breath. Stretch your arms forward. One more breath here. Fold forward. Uttanasana. Press your feet down and rise. Up to the sky. Reach up. Traction on the spine. Arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Now, coming to the front of your mat and step your right leg back. It's warrior one. Adjust for more stable posture. Move your front foot to the edge of the mat. Get this open. Legs, wide base, hands on top of your pelvis and turn your pelvis forward. Now, contract your abdominals and your tailbone is pointing down. Back leg is very strong and active. Taking the arms up to the sky. I want you to move with your arms like if you're escalating with the arms. And I want you to move the arms as you escalate and also move your jaw. Moving the jaw and reach with the arms. Stay in warrior one. I'm just showing you how the arms are working in here. All right. Take your arms up, arms down, hands on top of the pelvis, and step your back leg forward. Come to the front of the mat and step your left leg back now. Prepare for warrior one. Find your base. Press the back heel down. Hips facing forward. Contract your abdominals. Arms reach up. And now you escalate with the arms and move with the jaw. And take your arms up one more time. Arms down, hands on top of the pelvis. Step the left leg forward. Bend your knees and circling with the pelvis. Other direction. And stand tall. And let's bring your feet wide as the pelvis, wider than the pelvis, toes pointing forward. And we're bending the knees, we're sitting back. So the spine is long in here. Keep your spine in traction, sitting back like if you're sitting on a chair. Take the arms down, lift the chest. Take the arms in front of you, turn your palms up, reaching forward. And exhale, fold forward. Let's do this a few more times. Bending the knees, dropping the pelvis, lift your chest. Your torso is really long in here. So your toes are free. Reach forward. And exhale, fold. One more time. Bend the knees. Torso is long. Stretch it forward. And fold. Next inhalation, roll yourself up. And using a chair or a wall, have your hands on the wall. I'm using the desk. Walking back with the feet. Bring your feet wider than the pelvis. And bend your knees slightly. Now, I want you to stretch your bun out and bring arms fully extended from the elbows. So your ears beside the upper arm. Here's the trick. If you feel like you're arching a lot here on the lower back, go ahead and tuck your tailbone a little bit. And this is make the spine nice and long, and it's easy on your lumbar spine. So you can keep the contraction on the abdominals here, actually. All right, now stay here for 5 breaths. Long body, extending your spine and breathing. Again, knees bending or legs straight, your call. One more breath in here. And release the posture. You can walk with the feet forward, release and let go. So now let's do a shimmy posture, shimmy, just shaking the whole body, release, release any grip that is holding here. Shaking, shaking, shaking. All right. Feet wider than the pelvis and turning the body to the right, left heel comes off the mat. And you can make this fast or slow. You can tap the back and keep moving. Notice that we're twisting in here. You can go deeper, gentle on your twist, your call. You can make forceful exhalation. And slowing down. All right. So standing tall. Get close to the wall. We're doing 3 pose. So I want you to be close if you need support. The support is there for you. And we shift the weight to the right leg. Before we move to 3 pose, we're bending the left knee and bring the left leg high. If you're using just one hand, that's fine. Bring it high as much as you can, close to the head. And then balancing yourself, looking something that it's not moving. If you can have both hands here and have your back on the wall, maybe it could work. Make sure that the balance is really good. So toes down, looking something that is not moving, and you squeeze that leg out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Dropping the head towards the knee. And go ahead and slowly release. Bringing your left foot down. Now shift the weight to the left leg. Bend the right knee. And again, you can have one hand and bring that knee high as much as you can. And squeezing in, looking to something that it's not moving. Dropping the head towards the knee, squeezing, squeezing, and gently release. Now, shift the weight to the right leg, and again, be close to the wall if the balance is not good. Your foot can be lower or higher. Bring your palms together. Index finger pointing up. Take your arms up to the sky. And really reach up. You can do this with the wall behind. Make sure that you're not leaning back. You're standing tall, straight, and you have your butts close to the wall. You feel like the support is there for you. And you reach up. Allow the left knee to open to the left side. You got this really long upper body. Reaching up. Contract your abdominals and bring your lower belly in towards the spine. And see if you can go even taller. And go ahead and release. Bring your arms down. Left foot in. And let's do the other side. So your right foot, lower, higher. Find the variation that works best for you today. Palms together. Contract your abdominals now. And take your arms up. Reaching up. Reach, reach, reach. And breathe. Keep your right knee pointing to the right side. Feel your left foot pressing down to the mat. Couple more breaths. And go ahead and release. Shake your legs. And one more time, bend your knees and circling with the pelvis. One direction, the other direction. All right, now come back to the front of your mat. Feet hip open apart. Take your arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Come halfway, lift your chest, hands on the shin bones. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale one more time, hands on the mat, and step back. Find your downward facing dog. And bring your knees down. Come all the way down on your belly. And bring your arms to the back. Let's just do this. Arms beside your body. Move your legs just to relax your pelvis. Forehead comes down. On the next inhalation, you can keep the top of your feet on the mat and just lift the arms and lift your chest. But you need to contract the abdominals, press your pubic bone down, lift and open. Keep the contraction on the abdominal very strong. Doesn't matter how far we go, keep the contraction. Stretch the arms back. Bring the shoulder blades towards one another. And release all the way down. Lift your chest, bring your arms in front, and your left arm will be in front of you. Forehead will rest on that arm. So bend your right knee, right arm back, and grab the foot here. Squeezing the foot and open the chest, but keep your forehead down. If it's available, you take your knee off the mat. If it's not, keep it here and just keep the stretch, forehead down. Gently release. Right leg down. Right forearm comes in front of you, and let's do the other side. Forehead resting on the right forearm. Left knee bends, left arm to the back, grab your foot. Squeeze the foot against the hand. Lift the knee or not. And gently release. Bring your arms to the sides and turn your head towards one direction. Relax the shoulders down. Turn your head to the other direction. And bring your head back to the center. Press the hands down. Come up. Come on your kneeling posture. Sit back on the heels or sit back on your blocks again. Take your arms behind, interlace the fingers on the back. You can keep your hands open. Contract your abdominals now. Draw the navel back towards the spine. So your tailbone is slightly in. Gaze forward, breathe in here. Relax your face, release your jaw. Relax your neck. And release the hands. Bring the hands back on the top of your legs, on your thighs. Sit tall and close your eyes. And just keep your attention on your inner landscape. And bring your hands together to the heart center. I hope you enjoy your practice. Namaste.
Thank you.